Good morning, everyone. Hey, that bell means two good things. One, the breakfast line is open, so please grab something to eat. Find your table. Our event will begin in about 2 minutes, so make a rush to the breakfast line. Find your seat. And let's give a big round of applause to the Estancia Jazz Band. Good morning once again. For those of you not quite following the program, please make sure you're grabbing a cup of coffee, getting that breakfast, finding your seat. This event will begin momentarily. Your attention to those issues are appreciated. Grab your food, grab your seat, get ready for a good time with the Superintendent of Schools. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I'm glad we have two people who are awake out there. We'll try it one more time. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. There we go. All right. It's feeling a little bit more like Estancia. Well, good morning. My name is Mike Holt, and I have the great pleasure of being the principal here at Estancia. And as we begin, I'd like to invite to the stage Estancia's ASB Student Body President, Milani Shah, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And I would like to remind everyone that once you stand, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem.
Please stand and kindly remove your hats for the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would now like to invite forward the president of the Newport Mesa Unified School District, Christine Weigart.
Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing this morning? Woo! We're at a gym. We're going to do a little pep rally now, all about our schools, right? Well, good morning, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to the annual State of the Schools breakfast. It's wonderful to see so many members of our community, educators, staff, parents, and partners here today. Your presence reflects the shared commitment we all have to the success of our students and strengths of our schools. One of the things I love most about NMUSD is our incredible community, a community where people return to give back, to teach, to volunteer, and to serve the very neighborhoods that help shape them. If you went to any of the NMUSD schools growing up, please stand. It's great to see so many people give back to our schools. The spirit of service and connection is what makes NMUSD so special. I want to take a moment and introduce myself and tell you a little bit about my why for serving Newport Mesa. As you know, I'm Krista Wygant. I am the president of the board, and I'm a proud mother of twins, boy-girl twins that attend Mariners Elementary School. My husband, Eric Wygant, who's here today, and I are products of public education. While I was raised in Orange, he was born and raised in Newport Beach, attending all the same Newport Mesa schools that our children will attend as well. And he is my why and another why for being here. He gave me the idea that maybe one day I could run for school board. I'm just so lucky. While we, the Board of Education, proudly serve the community, our taxpayers, and our parents, the heart of our work is and will always be our children, your children and my children. That is my why. It's why I ran for the school board, and it's why I continue to serve today, because I believe in preparing our kids not just for the world as it is, but for the world they will create. Together, we are shaping the future, one student, one classroom, and one act of service at a time. My children's experiences remind me of the importance of our mission, not only as a board member, but also as a parent who shares the same hopes and dreams for every student in Newport Mesa. I am now in my 5th year of service on the Board of Education, and it is a privilege to serve alongside a great group of leaders, including Board Vice President Leah Ursulou, Board Clerk Michelle Murphy, Trustees Lisa Pearson, Ashley Anderson, Carol Crane, and Andrea McElroy. Together, as your Board of Education, our role is to set the vision and direction for the district, ensure fiscal responsibility, and represent the voices of our community. Most importantly, we work closely with our superintendent, Dr. Wesley Smith, and staff to ensure that every decision we make helps keep students at the center. I want to extend my special welcome to our honored guests, including our city officials, community leaders, and all members of our district who work tirelessly to support our students. I'm going to announce them now, and please hold your applause until the end, because there's quite a list. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining us. Former trustees, former board trustee and current Harbor Council PTA president, Martha Floor. City of Costa Mesa. From the City of Costa Mesa, we have the City of Costa Mesa Mayor, John Stevens, Mayor Pro Tem, Manuel Chavez, Council Member Arliss Reynolds, Council Member Jeff Pettis, City Manager Cecilio Gallardo Daly, City Manager Alma Reyes, Chief of Police Joyce Lapointe, City of Police Jason Jimenez, and Fire Chief Dan Stefano. From the City of Newport Beach, we have Newport Beach Mayor Joe Stapleton, Newport Beach Mayor Pro Tem Lauren Kleiman, Councilmember Robin Grant, Councilmember and former NMUSD board member Michelle Bartow, and my favorite elected here, City Councilman Eric Wygant, Assistant City Manager Simone Georges, Assistant City Manager Tara Finnegan, and Chief of Police Dave Miner. We also have from our Orange County Board of Supervisors, Vice Chair and former NMUSD Board of Trustee Katrina Foley, Costa Mesa Chamber of Commerce President and CEO David Hathcock, Newport Beach Chamber of Commerce President Stephen Rosansky, Representative from California State Senator Tony Strickland's office, Max Warner, Representative from California Assembly Member Cotty Petrie Norris, Michael Tao, Representative from California Assembly Member Diane Dixon's office, we have Carly Wise, Orange County Department of Education Superintendent Dr. Stephen Bean, not sure if he's here, but representatives from Coastline ROP, Superintendent Dr. Brian Dozer, and then from Orange County Coast College, we have President Dr. Angelica Suarez. And from Vanguard University, Associate Vice President of Enrollment Management, Jason Fletcher. Long list, and we can all clap now. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you all for being here. So much of what we do at Newport Mesa cannot be accomplished without the support of our community. We are partners in education, shaping global thinkers and innovative leaders. Now I'd like to introduce former NMUSD board member and current Newport Mesa Schools Foundation president, Vicki Schnell. Thank you all.
Okay, that doesn't count in my 4 minutes, okay? Getting up here doesn't count. Okay, so, again, good morning, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your delicious breakfast provided by Newport Ribs. Who knew? They're great partners of the Newport Mesa Schools Foundation and the district. They're very good about helping out. So before we dive in, I'd like to invite you to take a quick look at the brochure on your table about the Newport Mesa Schools Foundation. This remarkable 45-year organization is all about supporting our teachers, funding innovative, engaging approaches to teaching, and providing vital help to all of our students. Our work spans every grade level, pre-K through high school, and touches on so many important areas: academics, social emotional learning, health and wellness, career readiness, and technology. As you know, or may not, the State of the Schools breakfast has a dual purpose. It's both a celebration and a call to action. This event helps us raise essential funds for our Grants to Teachers program, while also bringing together our elected officials, business leaders, nonprofit partners, and parents to highlight the incredible things happening around our district. Of course, none of this would be possible without the continued partnership and support of our superintendent, our Board of Education, and the always amazing public information team, Annette, Judy, and Patty, and the technical team back there that does all the nice pictures and stuff up there. Now I want to take a moment to recognize some very special people. Oh, good, more people names. But they are the most important. Many of them have donated to us for nearly a decade, and that's absolutely wonderful. Thanks to their donation, we've raised approximately $60,000 toward our $100,000 goal for this year. So you'll find the names of our sponsors in your program, but I want to, of course, thank them publicly. Our $5,000 breakfast champions are Cigna Healthcare, Harbotto Law Group, OC Supervisor Katrina Foley, Safe Work, and a warm welcome to Miller Construction, who is joining us for the first time this year. You're all champions. Our breakfast partners include Gauntlet Law, Keenan and Associates, Studio Plus, Kyocera, NMFT, Orange Coast College, and a warm welcome to our partner, Core Construction. We are proud to have you as partners. Okay, I'm almost done. And finally, our breakfast friends, many who continue to support us year after year, and it is so appreciated. AALR&R Law, Costa Mesa United, Mesa Water District, MTGL, OES Office Furniture, Parker & Covert, Schools First Credit Union, Theodore Robbins Ford, and Vanguard. We also have a new friend, Project Hope Alliance. I also want to take a moment to thank each of you who contributed $33 for your breakfast today. That money does add up, and it offsets the expense of the foundation. Because of your generosity, we are able to fund more grants that spark creativity and innovation in classrooms across our district. And I'm going to name them all. Ha, no, I'm not. All of your continued support is what keeps the Grants to Teachers program thriving, an incredible all-volunteer organization that has now endured for 45 years. You are the reason our teachers can dream big and our students can reach even higher. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for making a difference for our students, our teachers, and the entire school community. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. Again, my name is Mike Holt. I have the great pleasure of being the principal here at Estancia. As our last two speakers noted, there's no shortage of VIPs in this room. And I would just like to give a special shout out to my brothers in arms and fellow veterans who are here. Not only have they served our country faithfully in the armed forces, but members of the Freedom Council of Orange County continue to give back, providing inspirational stories to our students, making sure that they understand the importance of duty and sacrifice. And so if I could get you to give me a round of applause for our veterans. Estancia High School opened up in 1965, and at that time it was designed to ensure students all received a world-class education and a state-of-the-art learning facility. 60 years later, those commitments remain strong. Just like at our school's beginning, Estancia students continue to excel academically, athletically, in the arts, and in our student activities that showcase our school spirit. 2 years ago, Estancia was recognized by the state of California as a distinguished school for its consistent high academic outcomes. All right, sure. This year, anchored by a school-wide pass rate of over 80% on the demanding advanced placement exams administered here at Estancia, we were recently recognized by U.S. News and World Report with the school's highest ranking to date. Sure, why not? There we go, the highest to date. And this is a great school, but our students continue to excel. While our demographics have changed, our outcomes are increasing. That shows the value of our student body, its diversity, and how we are positively impacting our community. This ranking places us in the top 20% of all schools in the state of California, and it's the second highest among our district's 4 outstanding comprehensive high schools. In 1966, during Estancia's inaugural football season, the Eagles defeated our crosstown rival, beating Mesa 14-13. In recent years, that dominance has only grown, and that celebrated victory bell that we heard earlier has been here at Estancia for 9 of the last 10 years. But at our school, it's not just about football. We're proud of the fact that our students are excelling in all sports. Matter of fact, this fall season, all of our fall sports qualified for CIF playoffs, and in recent years, we have won CIF titles in both baseball and girls soccer. In 1966, Estancia students performed our school's first play. It was a musical comedy called Mr. Crane of Sleepy Hollow. That event was hosted in what was then called the Great Hall, or what we now refer to as our Little Theater. Next month, we're excited to be able to perform Disney's Frozen in our brand new Performing Arts Center. And here to give you a small preview of what that might look like, we've got select members of the Estancia Drama Troupe underneath the guidance and direction of Ms. Amber Reyes, our drama teacher and graduate of Estancia High School's class of 2017.
For the first time in forever, I'm getting dancing. Be the good girl you always had. To leave my lonely world to a chance to find true love. For the first
That was Kayla, Priscilla, and our entire Estancia Troop 1224. I hope you come out and see them perform the entire performance in our brand new state-of-the-art theater. And here to welcome to the stage Dr. Wesley Smith, our superintendent of schools and the reason why we have that new theater, as well as all the support that we do for our students throughout the Estancia zone and our Newport schools. Dr. Smith.
Test, test. Let's see, did the mic work? Yeah. They said this will make it easier for me not to like trip over the podium. Thanks for that. Krista said, though, it's giving off Madonna vibes. So cool, I guess. Child of the 80s. Well, I wasn't born in the 80s, of course, but that's when the best music and fashion happened. We're going to have to get you cheering a little more loudly. You're kind of falling asleep, and we can't have that at a school. We have to be excited at a school. Rallies, gymnasium, right? Can we hear it for those students one more time, please? Like, mean it. And to the students who sang our national anthem, they came up yesterday, and they started practicing. And because they care about our veterans and our country so much, they said, we're going to keep practicing. We want it to be better. We wanted to value our country and the folks in the room. They kept going. I think they finished practicing right after the 18th inning this morning. Can we please applaud the courage of those students and what they did? And then we had a group of folks that were recognized. I feel uncomfortable when I see electeds sitting there meekly waving. It's so off-brand for them. So it's a conflict for me. So we're going to keep this clapping going. There is some cardio in clapping, and for those of you that went through the line twice, I'm doing you a favor. First off, can I thank the Board of Education for their courage, for the work that they do tirelessly to make sure that this is the best school district in California for 18,000 kids and the communities we serve. Will our board members please stand up and be recognized? Come on. If you don't follow the rules, they won't. Thank you. And then all the elected officials, you kind of meekly waved, and we had a lot of dignitaries in the room. If we called your name, will you please stand up and let everyone see you, and let's give them a round of applause for their community service. All of them. Law enforcement, fire. If you were recognized, stand and be recognized. So this year, like every year, we're going to brag about all the great work going on in the district. And in particular this year, we want to talk about the successes that we can verify, right? These are facts. These are things that are happening in our schools, all 33 of them for our 18,000 kids, and they're impressive. But we really want to focus on successes born out of partnerships. And you might say, wait, Wes, I was one of the few people that didn't sleep through your comments last year. And I remember you talking about collaboration last year, right? But for me, partnerships are a bit different. Working together is great. We did a lot of great things working together. But partnerships are special. They're built on trust, they're articulated, and they're intentional. So we're going to talk about how intentionality has helped us become even better this year, right? We know that when families and community and allies come together, success happens. And not just success for some. You see, because mediocre systems can do that. We're talking about success for every single one of our students. And again, that happens because folks come together in community to meet their needs. It's also the way that we're able to ensure that all students in our district are what? Those of you who know. They're seen, heard, supported, and safe. Every single one of them. Because they will thrive when those four things are true. And those things are possible because of all of you. We're going to talk about some of our partners today and give some folks a chance to be recognized. We couldn't do this work without the amazing folks on my executive cabinet. So what I'd like to do is hold your applause. And for some of you, you're thinking, I wasn't going to applaud anyway. I'd like for you to, but hold it. Hold it. We're going to have them stand up, and then we'll give them the applause that they deserve. But let's start with our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Carrie Torres. See, her team clapped anyway. They broke the rules, but in a way, kind of sucking up at the same time. So, follow the rules, man. All right, all right. Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Jeff Dixon, new to our district. We're so proud to have him. Jeff, stand up, please. Where's Jeff? There he is, in the back. Assistant Superintendent of Special Projects, Dr. Sarah Jocham, please stand up. Assistant Superintendent of Chief Human Resources, Tracy Knibb, back of the room, new to us, please stand up. And our Assistant Superintendent of Achievement, Innovation, and Continuous Improvement, Socorro Shields, please stand up. And then finally, our Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Education, Dr. Kurt Sura, local here, went to our schools, taught in our schools, administered in our schools. Let's hear it for all those Assistant Superintendents. Thank you. One of the key partnerships that we have in this district is with our labor leaders and allies. And one of the things that I brought into place here when I got here was their involvement, their intentional involvement. So when I got to this district, I said, hey, look, if we're going to have an event in front of our community, we should let our labor leaders have something to say. So we give them this opportunity to share some of their thoughts. And so let's bring up some of our extremely important partners and our labor leaders, and we'll have Amy Ching from CSEA, Keith Carmona from NMAA, and we'll have Rhonda Reed from NMFT come on up and say a few words, and we'll go in that order. Amy, come on up. Come on up, folks. No pressure, you're going to do great.
All right, hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Amy Ching, as Wes said, and I am the president of the Classified School Employees Union. I'm going to go a little bit, change it a little bit, and I wanted to just also say how great it is that we do have wonderful partners here with our leaders, and so CSEA very much appreciates that. I know that Halloween is this Friday, but I wanted to talk a little bit about Christmas magic. Christmas magic is all about the little things that happen behind the scenes. The sparkle in the trees, the fresh baked goods, the gifts that magically appear under the tree. We as adults know that this does not happen all on its own. Classified staff are like Christmas magic. It's like the custodian who showed up at 4:30 this morning to put the pot of coffee on for Newport Rib. It's the IT department in the back and the M&O department putting on the video and the screens. It's the Nutrition Services Department that shows up every day and prepares thousands of meals for students on a timely manner. This is the work of classified staff, the magic that happens behind the scenes which ensures schools can operate and create environments where positive student outcomes occur. Our children see the magic every day at Newport Mesa because of our classified staff. We appreciate the district's support, and we continue to look forward to do the good work for students, staff, and the community. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Keith Carmona, and I currently serve as the president of the Newport Mesa Administrators Association, representing the incredible school and district administrators who help lead our students, staff, and schools each day. Our members include principals and assistant principals leading vibrant school communities, as well as district office administrators supporting the operations from business services to human resources and education services. Together, we share one mission: to create the best possible conditions for student learning and success. We work to support strong leadership, provide professional learning for educational leaders, advocate for students and public education, and also award scholarships to our own NMUSD students and graduates. On behalf of our members, thank you to the Board of Education, our superintendent, and our community partners for standing with us in this work. Together, we're building schools and leaders that our community can be proud of. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Rhonda Reed. I'm the president of NMFT, and that's we have the certificated side of Newport Mesa. So that's the teachers and school counselors, the nurses, psychologists, anybody with a certificated. I do want to ask Wes about Child of the 80s. Is this why you said you were a positive cat at the last board meeting? You said you were a positive cat at the last board meeting.
Cheerleader.
Child of the 80s, that's where he got that. So, you know, I read recently that on average, our California teachers spend $1,000 of their own money for their classroom and students. And so I thought to myself, I wonder how many other professions spend, invest their personal money to enhance their work environment. But our teachers generously give of their own money to enhance their engagement and have their classrooms welcoming for their students. And that's why what the Newport Mesa Schools Foundation does is so important. Events like this go directly to their Grants to Teachers program. And I think it's a way of helping all the educators to provide even more opportunities for their students. And I had the privilege of attending some of their meetings, some of the foundation meetings, so I can tell you firsthand that there is no detail too small for this very determined and confident team. Their passion, their care, and their just resolve to help teachers is inspiring. So to all of our community members in the room today, our supporters, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating, and thank you for helping our educators do what they do every day to make our students successful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Huge kudos to the foundation. I mean, putting this event on, what they generate every year to benefit our classrooms is truly impressive. By the way, there should be information on your table. If any of you want to donate to the foundation, there are some opportunities there. They make it really easy. They'll take your Venmo, Zelle, your life insurance policy, whatever you want to give that group, they'll take it. And in fact, this year, for the third year in a row, I'm going to give a $500 award in memory of my grandmother and my grandfather who never finished school, but who tried to help so many other young people succeed in school. So I'll do that again in their behalf. Find me, I've got a check somewhere. Thank you to our labor leaders for the work that they do. It's hugely important that they have a chance to be seen and to be a part of this just amazing work that we're doing. Another group that we have to put out there are our parents. Our parents are so involved. Harbor Council, PTA, I think they mentioned Martha somewhere. I don't know if she was in the room and stood up, but they mentioned Harbor Council. But we have PTAs and PTOs and foundations. We have ELACs, and we have DLACs, we have community advisory committees, all of these groups. If you're a parent in our district, will you please stand up so we can recognize you and all the hard work you do for the success we have? Parents, please stand up. And then when you're coming in, we had a slideshow. Now, some of you never made it past the copy station, so you didn't see up here on these big, huge screens, we were recognizing some of the amazing talent we have in this district. And trust me, we have some of the most amazing talent in the state. By the way, I saw some people come in, and let me sidestep because that's how my brain works. Our superintendent of schools for the county, Dr. Bean, came in, by the way. Thanks for being here. And then I forgot to say this initially. Trustee Murphy is riding bikes. I know you're thinking, why is that important? Just give me a second. Because College Park parents wanted her to ride a bike to school with their kids to promote bike safety. And I can't think of a more important topic these days than bike safety and e-bike safety in both of our communities. And so I think we give Trustee Murphy a pass. She'll be here a little later. She's trying to protect our kids and represent our district. Now let's talk about these amazing employees we have. Yeah, a round of applause for bike safety. On the screen here, you'll see the folks, but we have Employees of the Year, Outstanding STEM Educators of the Year, Counselor of the Year, AXA Principal and Administrator of the Year. Each of these people has made an immeasurable impact on our district. If you're one of those folks being recognized, one of our amazing educators, please stand up and be recognized. We can clap. Let's clap loudly for them. So we've got great educators, and great educators work where? In great schools. We've had some great school success. Principal Holt mentioned Estancia High School being a California Distinguished School. I don't think I got the applause it deserved, but what an amazing accomplishment he got at that year with CDM. Recently, it was turned for our elementary schools to be awarded California Distinguished School. And we had two. We had Kaiser and we had Adams Elementary. And here's what's really, really cool about this. I mean, it's cool in and of itself. Kaiser hadn't won that recognition in 25 years, and they won it last year. Let's hear it for Kaiser. And Adams, not to be outdone, has never been recognized as a California Distinguished School until now. Thank you to Dr. Irvin and the staff and all the hard work over there. Adams is changing the game, and it's going to influence success throughout our district. But then we had all kinds of other recognitions that you see up there for academic excellence, college readiness, and positive school climate. We know that when there's a positive school climate, learning happens. And so we want to thank all the schools. Let's give a round of applause for all of our award-winning schools in Newport Mesa. And then why are we here? How are we doing? There are lots of measurements that we use, but here's the state testing. And what you see is in our district, we went up in all areas throughout the district. And in fact, most grade levels and almost every school went up overall this year in statistically meaningful ways. Can we get a round of applause for our schools and their success? And folks are saying, 2%, 2.4, 2.5. Statistically meaningful and a lot of hard work in there. But it's not just the test scores. We send kids to school so they graduate prepared to thrive. 97% graduation rate for all students. And that takes into account a lot of students are dealing with hardships, right? Where graduation isn't a foregone conclusion for many of them. 97%, and that number is up last year as well. Round of applause for our graduates. And then AP exams, you heard them mentioned. And they're important. Colleges look at them, give you some credit. It's one of the things that helps students have choices in where they go and how far they go. We created more access. In other words, more students took the AP exam last year than have ever taken it in our district. 11.5% increase last year. Now, what typically happens when you have more students taking a test is your achievement goes down. It's the law of averages. But not in great districts. And what is our district? A great district. Thank you. Thank you. I knew you'd get that one right. We went up 3.5%. More students took the test. More students passed the exam. Right? We've got educators from higher ed in the room. Dr. Suarez, That's important, right? Is that powerful for our kids? Thank you, thank you. And so test scores are up, we're doing better, we're graduating more students. And then let's talk about how our individual students are just crushing it. We had 3 of our 8th grade students get the AVID 8th grade recognition that comes with a $10,000 scholarship. We had 2 students get a perfect ACT score. A perfect ACT score. 4 seniors got AVID awards with scholarships also. We had 5 students get the Angel Scholars, which is a full ride scholarship. 5 full ride scholarships. These are highly competitive. And then if that's not enough, we had 1 National Merit Scholar, not a finalist, a scholar. Let's hear it for those kiddos. But it doesn't stop there. Our kids are also innovative, right? We had a CDM student earn top honors for innovative AI, renewable energy product. I can't even understand what that means, but it's got AI, it's got renewable, and it's got energy, and our student won it, and that's impressive. We also had one of our students at Newport Harbor come up with early wildfire detection technology that's being tested by the Orange County Fire District, right? I just saw that show about the fire in Paradise, right? It's a big deal throughout the country, especially in California. Our students are changing that in real time, and that's powerful. And then CDM and Estancia students went to our STEM day and just crushed it. So throughout the district, our students are thriving, and they're doing well. And we couldn't do this work, again, without these partnerships. So partnerships don't just help our students succeed. Partnerships also help our students go to college, right? We've got a generous community. Look around this room. It's filled with generosity, and that generosity is paying off. So we wanted to thank some of our partners that help our kids not just go to college, but finish college and live happy lives because of it. We have Soy in the room today, and they've given $2.5 million in scholarships in total. Big number. $156,000 alone last year, and they've had over 30,000 students in their after-school program there with assistance, just being together, a safe place for them to come together. And I may have misquoted, $5 million they've raised. Mary, sorry, and Manuel also. She's like going back there, yes, he got the number right. I know, numbers, I'm an English major. Let's hear it for Soy and for the help they've given our students. Another group that we want to thank is the Les Miller Foundation. With the Chamber of Costa Mesa and the Les Miller family, they've generated and given $250,000 in scholarships to our students. Let's hear it for the Les Miller group. So it's academics, it's getting to college, it's scholarships. We heard about some of the athletics today. 5 CIF championships last year. This district is so good at what it does, we don't brag about league championships very often. We'll do a little bit of that today because we're at Estancia and we have some special folks in the room perhaps. But 5 CIF championships last year to add to our over 300 CIF championships in this district. We did have league championships, we had individual awards, we even had state-level recognitions and individual events. And then because we are at Estancia, couldn't not be here. By the way, love the colors, Principal Hall. It's one of the color palettes I do have at home. Lots of it. Those who know. Our Estancia boys baseball won the CIF championship last year. I was there with Trustee Anderson, one of the most exciting games I've ever seen in my life, and I grew up watching and playing baseball. It was amazing. We also had our girls golf team win league here. And then our senior, Landry Harder, was named Outstanding Golfer for the entire conference. Let's hear it for our scholar athletes. And again, I say scholar athletes because of what we said a minute ago. Yes, they're doing well in the athletic field, but they're doing well in the classroom first. They are true scholar athletes, and we're proud of them. Now, there are lots of things that show success, scholarships and awards and recognitions, but there are also opportunities. Opportunities that are life-saving and access granting. You're thinking, what is life-saving and access granting? Well, there are lots of things. But in this community, you may know, we have some pretty amazing aquatic opportunities, right? There's so many things that students can do to live happy, healthy lives in the water. Yet there are a large portion of our student body who can't swim. So they're excluded those opportunities. And it's disproportionately so in our district. And our board said, that's not okay. If we're about granting access and providing safe opportunities, that's not okay. So our board prioritized this and worked in partnership to launch a swim safety program in Newport Mesa Unified so that every student, regardless of where they live, can access what this community has to offer. Let's check out this video.
At Newport Mesa Unified School District, we believe that every child deserves the chance to grow, learn, and thrive, both in and out of the classroom. Our after-school swim and water safety program gives students essential skills in water safety and swimming, with many experiencing the water for the first time. With facility tours, safety briefings, and personalized swim assessments, trained instructors support students every step of the way, helping them build skills and grow into confident swimmers. Students receive everything they need to succeed.
They even provided swim shorts and a towel and a goggles and t-shirt, which is really nice.
Transportation, swim gear, and most importantly, encouragement. The biggest takeaway, a newfound sense of courage and belonging.
My mom and dad feel really proud of me because they want me to learn how to swim so then I can swim with them.
This program is about more than learning to swim. It's about expanding access, opening doors, and helping students realize their potential, whether that means joining a swim team, entering a junior guard program, or simply feeling safe and comfortable in the water. We're proud of our students and grateful for our community partners who help make this possible. Programs like this show the powerful impact we can have when we come together to support students. Because when we teach students to swim, we're not just building skills, we're building confidence that lasts a lifetime.
Yeah. I would go one further and say, when we teach students to swim, we save lives. So a big thank you. And we've got some partners we want to call out. The Ben Carlson Foundation, the City of Costa Mesa, and the Newport Junior Guard. Can we please thank those individuals, those groups, for helping us out like they do? Trustee Murphy's bike arrived. Thank you for helping keep our kids safe with bike safety. Besides the work that we've done in the classroom typically, we've also recognized that there are some things that our board wants to make sure we're doing to add on to that. In particular, they want to make sure that our advanced students in the district have everything they need, that we're leaning into rigor, that we have high expectations, and that we're taking wherever kids are and helping them go even further. And they didn't just talk about it, they put some funding behind it. And so this year, we're proud to launch for the entire district Battle of the Books, a competition that a handful of our schools participated in. Now every school gets a chance to do that. Also, Odyssey of the Minds, where they come together and they compete in problem solving and teamwork. These are the kinds of things that are going to extend learning and help our kids succeed in things far beyond education. We'll look at doing some more of those things in the future. We also have a chance through our extended learning opportunities to extend and enrich learning. 1,300 students participated in our ELOP programs, and partners in this room made that possible as well. We also have an opportunity to prepare students for the workforce. We have some amazing CTE programs, career technical education, 15 distinct pathways wherein we work with business and business leaders to give our students real-world experience, but also the opportunity to go from high school right into the workforce in high-paying jobs with benefits. Look, we say that we want to make sure that every student in our district is prepared to go to college, right? They're prepared, and they have a choice of the college they want to go to. But if they choose to go into a trade, into a skill that's high-paying, that affords them the life that they want, then that's also success. And our programs, interestingly enough, they don't just start at TK, and they don't just start, or stop rather, at 12th grade. These are programs that enrich the lives of students before they get to us and after. And in particular, our STEP program. Some of our students with special needs are in these CTE programs until they're 25. How amazing is that? That our community and our businesses keep giving and keep offering support to our students well beyond graduation. Let's take a look at what this looks like in action.
When schools, businesses, and communities unite, students don't just learn, they thrive. Every student is on a path toward a future career, whether that journey takes them through college, technical training, apprenticeships, or directly into the workforce. One thing is certain: success is a shared effort. Thanks to our strong partnerships with local businesses, career education providers, nonprofits, and workforce development organizations, students gain access to real-world learning that reaches far beyond the classroom.
I'm Pete Villegas. I went to California Elementary and participated in the robotics program. Then I went over to T-Winkle and went into the Project Lead the Way pathway, and now I'm at Estancia in the CTE engineering pathway. One of the coolest things that I've been able to do at the Estancia engineering pathway is participate in the electrical vehicle competition, which is hosted by a community partner. Through there, I was able to get lots of mentors to help me build an electrical vehicle basically out of scraps and nothing.
One of the things I got to do with this program for construction was tour our very own construction site with our theater this year. The person who showed us around was the foreman, and he was so nice. He was able to show us around like the entire site.
When we went to the welding demonstration, the instructor taught us how to wear our PPEs for the welding process, and as well as taught us like many safety things that are different from construction, which I found pretty interesting because that's what I want to do when I grow up, underwater welding.
I was able to go to the HOSA conference in both Sacramento and Long Beach. I was able to connect with other medical researchers. Because of this exposure to the tools and the information, I actually chose to go into psychology, and that's where I'll be studying for the next 4 years.
Our commitment to meaningful career education extends to all students. Through partnerships with local businesses, students in our special education programs gain real-world experience that builds confidence, purpose, and independence.
One thing I like the most here is the fires.
I like seeing the fires open off the bag, and it looks very beautiful.
The thing I love most about working here is walking around the parking lot and bringing in the carts.
These internships and job placements provide valuable work experience and open doors to meaningful opportunities and long-term pathways to success. Our students are a testimony to the power of strong collaborative partnerships that open doors and create real opportunities. We are thankful for the many organizations, businesses, and community partners who help us shape a future filled with purpose, possibility, and success for every student.
Yeah. Hopefully you had a chance to see the students at the end who are succeeding amid significant special needs, the smiles on their faces, how much joy they had, and how connected they felt to the work that they were doing. Can we please give another round of applause to our business community for supporting us in that work? And then again, we're shouting out some Estancia today because we're here and you have great school colors. No offense to the others. But Julia Ortega Avila did something special recently. She was the first person to complete 2 CTE pathways, Estancia Medical Academy and the Building Industry Technology Academy. Let's hear it for Julie. And I don't know anything that demonstrates the power of partnerships more than our Welcome Back kickoff. See, not all of our students come to school with the same amount of supplies. They don't have the same things. They don't feel the same when they're coming to school. And yet school starts for everyone. And our community comes together and says, we're going to make sure that every student comes to school prepared to start that day, not only with the supplies they need, but feeling good about themselves. Their self-concept matters. 60 community members, businesses come together and say, we're going to help make that happen. In the past, we struggled to get enough shoes for folks. We had half as many as we needed. So we had to turn students away that stood in line hoping to get shoes, only to be told we ran out. We had some churches get together and say, that's not okay, in Newport Mesa Unified. So instead of about 500 pairs of shoes, it's 1,700 this year, and every student that needed a pair of shoes got a pair of shoes. But let's take a look at what this event looks like for 2,000 attendees. When a community comes together, great things happen. One shining example is our annual school kickoff. It's a celebration of partnership, preparation, and the power of unity. In collaboration with Melinda Hoag Center for Healthy Living, IKEA, and more than 60 community organizations and local businesses, this event supports more than 2,100 families with essentials and encouragement they need to start the school year strong.
This day is about more than just supplies. It's a reflection of what's possible when schools, families, and the community unite with the purpose of giving every child the opportunity to start the year confident, excited, and ready to learn.
From basic needs to big smiles, our partners show up in meaningful ways. Thank you to our dedicated Newport Mesa staff, whose behind-the-scenes planning and coordination truly make this day possible. And to every organization, volunteer, and supporter, your generosity creates a lasting impact for our students and our families. Thank you! Awesome. Again, a list of our partners, 60 amazing human beings or groups representing amazing human beings that care about our kids. And yes, they smiled when they got shoes, and certainly when they got a skateboard, they smiled in the backpacks. You should have seen the kids getting their hair cut, right? We take a lot of things for granted, some of us do. I know I do, right? Those kids didn't take for granted that they got a new haircut to go to school, right? It was powerful. Thank you to all of you who make that happen. You would have seen in the video, too, as you were watching, some of our employee groups. Before I finish today, I want to make sure that we give a shout out to all of our certificated, classified folks. Some of the labor leaders called them out, but all the folks in the room that have made this possible. Thank you. A round of applause for them, please. Another group that I just got to give a huge shout out to is our principals. Our principals are those folks. They're our generals in this battle to make sure that our students get what they need every single day. We've got some amazing principals in the room. If you're a principal in our district, will you please stand up and be recognized? Thank you. I have said to them, we're going to be the best district in the state of California by any metric you choose. We're going to be in every classroom every day because that's where learning happens. And while that might be a little bit stressful, right? They lean into it. They lean into it. Thank you for everything you do at every one of our school sites to protect our students. You mean so much more to us than you even know. At that event, 1,700 pairs of shoes, 2,000 backpacks, 200 skateboards, 25 hairstylists. I can't even count the tattoos the hairstylists had. They were many. And 2 mobile clinics. Now look, this is an exciting year for us. We just talked about some of the successes that we've had. We're going to talk next year about even more success. But we're going to be intentional about that success. This year we're launching our strategic planning process. A lot of you in the room have been invited to be a part of that. This year we will work to develop the portrait of a graduate. What do our graduates need to know and be able to do to thrive in a world we can't even imagine? How do we use all of our resources, right? Our facilities, our people, our financial resources to ensure that every single student thrives and has what they need. That's what that group is going to do this year. We cannot wait to launch that. We intend to be intentional about being great for years and years to come. Now again, I told you earlier that the success we have is because of partnerships. Let me say it again. That when individuals and community come together in partnerships built on trust, success happens. And not just success for some, success for all. Thank you for partnering with us, for trusting us, and for ensuring that 18,000 kids are seen, heard, supported, safe, and thriving. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Applause to all of you. And now to come up and steal the show and to make sure that anything I made look bad, look good. We're going to end on a positive, very positive note with our ASB leaders. Let's hear it for our ASB leaders.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Milani Shaw, and I'm honored to serve here as the ASB president of Estancia High School. First, I want to thank our district faculty, staff, families, and students for being here today. You are what makes student life more than just academics. You make it about connection, involvement, and community. When I first joined ASB, I thought it was mainly about planning events like Spirit Weeks or dances. While those events are important, I quickly learned that ASB is about creating a sense of community and a good environment. It's about turning a school from just a building into a large community. Over the years, I've seen how powerful that sense of community can be. Freshmen arrive at events unsure where they fit and leave with confidence. Whether it's a Friday night football game or a school rally, students who might not normally interact come together and support each other. These experiences show that ASB is more than just planning events. It's about fostering leadership, encouraging initiative, and helping every student feel that they belong. Through ASB, students make a tangible impact, organizing fundraisers, designing events, and reflecting their ideas by leading clubs and committees. These opportunities help students develop skills that they carry beyond high school. They grow into confident leaders and recognize the influence that they have when they step forward and get involved. The Battle of the Bell is, of course, always a highlight, and the Eagles make sure that we win every year, 4 years in a row. But beyond the rivalry, it's another example of students coming together, united in pride and support. But before I close, just a quick reminder, the centerpieces on your table are made by our ASB members, and they're available for purchase. You can use the donation envelope or connect with an ASB representative, which will be in the back. Every contribution goes directly towards student activities, and those are the experiences that define us as people in our high school experience. So thank you for being here and supporting us students and helping us create opportunities that bring Estancia and the entire Newport Mesa community together. We're creating a community that grows and supports and inspires students that are coming to Estancia and to our district itself. Thank you.